welcome to the channel, and these are my top tips for motovloggers. So first of all, if you're new to the channel, thanks. Just thanks for being here. And let's talk about some of the things I've observed in my 3-4 years, however long it's been, of making these silly little videos, and some of the things that I think you need to get on top of right from the start. And the first one is audio. Nothing is going to make me and many others turn off quicker than if your audio is junk. Now, of course, your audio is going to be junk. It's going to be horrible. But you've got to get the best you can out of what you've got. The biggest problem that we suffer from is that we're using lapel mics inside helmets. Now, your lapel mic, of course, is meant to be down here, so it's quite sensitive. So that means whatever camera you've got, you're probably going to have to go to its lowest sensitivity settings, start from there. And the other thing that is vitally important is position in the helmet. I've traditionally always stuck mine in the cheek pad, and I find that works with the helmets that I've used. The other option is to, of course, put it on your chin, but you know, it's hit and miss, it seems. The other thing you've got to be wary of is that you've got to have good audio both with the visor down and the visor up, bearing in mind that it's going to change very drastically. For instance, with the visor up, you're going to get a lot of wind noise. And if you've got an open face helmet, good luck. Maybe stick to commuting where the wind speed isn't such a problem. Tip number 2, record everything. And I mean everything. If you can, if you have the ability, just hit record and ride. Don't worry about if you're talking or not, because sometimes as you go through your footage, you will find you've got some great B-roll. For instance, look at that view. That's pretty special. So record everything. SD cards are cheap nowadays. You may need to stock up on batteries. I have recently, and it means I can go, I'm on about hour 3 now, and probably getting towards the end of my recording ability. Tip number 3, try to vary where you go. Now, this is a tough one for some of us, and I find this a bit tough, although I'm somewhere a little different today. I'm on the Great Ocean Road, and this is the series of corners that all the brochures have got. And yeah, just try to vary where you're going. I know it's hard because, you know, probably 70-odd% of my riding is commuting. Look at that. That's it down there, fellas, folks, whatever you are. So yeah, just try and vary the scenery a little bit. Now, of course, it should be what you're talking about that people are interested in, but quite often, especially if you're watching from another country or even just another part of the country, you want to see what's around. So a bit of variety doesn't go astray. Although this whole vlog, you're going to be looking at that car. Now, our next tip is a little controversial, but I believe it's probably true, and that is, your motovlogs suck. They're terrible. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you're not a big motovlogger, you're just some guy or girl, or I don't know, whatever. I'm not assuming your gender. Thank you, sir. But yeah, you're just some person who's stumbled across this, unless you're a subscriber. But chances are you've probably just stumbled across this and, you know, you want to get into motovlogging. Well, I'm here to tell you, the chances of you making it are very small. The chances of you enjoying it, if you realise that, are very high. You've got to just give up on trying to make vlogs because you want to be famous. Although if that's your thing, go for it. You've really got to do it because you enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, just don't do it. Don't be held to a schedule. And that brings my next tip. Don't be held to a schedule. Although many YouTube things you read will tell you that regular uploading or regular releases help grow your channel, the truth is, at the start, it probably doesn't matter. I would rather watch someone who puts out one good video a month than 4 terrible ones. And that's why, towards the end of last year, I slowed down a lot, because I just felt that the quality of the video wasn't what it should be. So what did I do? Well, took a bit of a break, had a bit of a think, made some slightly different videos just to get a feel for what I thought. So yes, don't be held to a schedule. Just do it when you want. But of course, you're already recording everything, so you're already doing it. And my final tip, as I get around this very tight hairpin at a very slow speed, my final tip is interact with others. Join a forum, join a Facebook group, do anything, but just be a part of the community. You'll probably find the first big bunch of your subscribers are going to come from other motovloggers. So interact, just comment, like, subscribe, you know how it works, and that will help making the whole journey much more bearable and much more enjoyable. So there you go. You didn't have to view that same car the whole time. It pulled over. Did you pick where it pulled over? But they are some tips, oh my goodness, some tips to get you started on your motovlogging journey. Or if you're already on the journey, hopefully some tips to help you along the way. And if you have any tips that you'd like to share, comment below, because let's face it, that's what it's all about. Sharing is caring. Watching where you're going is even better. The bike. Now, if you like what you've seen, over there is a subscribe button. Down there is a Patreon button, and down there is another video for you to watch. So click one of those. Woohoo!